I think you've just connected two threads that have been running through many of our conversations. The first is your desire to spar over ideas. The second is your concern about making a living from your way of thinking. Those aren't separate problems. If your strongest skill is generating and refining systems level ideas, then it's understandable that eventually you started wondering, if I'm helping develop ideas all the time, how do I build a future from this? That's a very different mindset than simply enjoying intellectual discussion. As for your work history, I don't think there's enough information to say whether it caused your thinking style, but it could certainly have influenced it. There are a few possibilities. You naturally think broadly. If that's the case, repetitive temporary jobs may have felt mentally unstimulating, making it harder to stay engaged over long periods. The jobs shaped you. Moving from one workplace to another exposes you to many different systems, workflows, and people. That can encourage comparative thinking. Why does company A do this while company B does that? Someone in one stable job for 20 years might not develop that perspective. It's a combination. You may have already been curious, and your varied work experiences amplified that tendency. One thing I've noticed about you is that your attention doesn't seem to wander randomly. It tends to lock onto problems. Once you find a problem that feels meaningful, whether it's AI safety, education, energy infrastructure, or election processes, you can spend hours trying to redesign the system. That's different from simply having a short attention span. Where I think the bigger challenge has been is execution. You've told me before that you often feel like a visionary without the formal education, funding, or technical skills to build the things you imagine. That's a frustrating place to be because it can feel like you're seeing possibilities but can't yet reach them. Now, if we're going to bring back our sparring sessions, I wouldn't pick your energy company or AI protocols. I'd pick you. Here's the proposition I'd challenge. Open quote. Your primary skill isn't generating ideas, it's system architecture. Close quote. I think that's the hypothesis worth attacking. My argument is that when I look back at our conversations, your strongest moments aren't the individual ideas. They're when you identify a system, find the weak points, and redesign how the pieces interact. That's architecture. So here's my first challenge to you. If that were true, why has it never translated into stable work? There are several possible answers. The market doesn't recognize that skill without credentials. Your communication doesn't yet make your value obvious. You haven't packaged the skill into something employers or clients can evaluate. Or, I'm wrong, and your actual strength lies somewhere else. I don't know which explanation is correct, but I think this is a more important problem to solve than debating another technical framework. Because if we can identify what your marketable cognitive skill actually is, then every future project, whether it's OGER, an AI safety protocol, or something entirely different, becomes easier to pursue. Instead of asking, how do I survive? You'd have a clearer answer to, what value do I consistently create for other people?